What's the biggest misconception of you at this point? What's one thing people think about Zy, but it's not true?
Be honest with you, I don't know. That shows you how much I don't give a fuck what people think. I don't know.
When it comes to people's opinions of you, have you always been like that? Or was there a point in your life when you did care?
Nah, it was a point in my life I did care. Before I started rapping, I cared what people thought. See, I used to work at Hardee's, but people used to ask me. I tell them I work somewhere like in a mall or some shit. You hear me? Just because Hardee's a fast food. Like, and it don't matter where you at. You can be 14 years old working at a fast food. People still clown you for doing it. I used to care what people think and not lie. Say I worked this, and I did.
Mm. Was that your only job you ever had?
Yeah.
How
long? I worked at Steak and Shake too, my bad.
Which was first for you?
Steak and Shake was first. I worked there for about a month.
And how long did the Hardee's gig last?
About 8 months.
And what was your position with each? What was your role?
For Steak and Shake, I used to dress the burgers and shit.
Mm.
For Hardee's, drive-through. I used to stay getting in trouble there. I be cussing customers out and shit. They rude when you work there. Fast food work, you don't get no respect.
Easy or tough jobs? Either of them.
Easy. And besides, I had to get somewhere like far from my environment. I wasn't working like, well, by everybody I knew I was working more in white people's side.
Did you want a mall job? These are fast food gigs that you ended up doing.
Did I want a mall job?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nah, yeah, I did. Foot Locker or something. It's a good job.
Did you try? Did you apply?
Nah, I ain't apply. I just took the first thing that could make me make money.
Mm.
I didn't really care, but I knew people cared, and I thought with people.
Yeah. And why did these jobs end?
Why did they end?
Did you quit? Did you get fired?
Steak and Shake. I had just got put on somewhere else that was close to my house. Hardee's. Rapping took off. My paychecks, I was using my paychecks to do a video. I got recognition off my first video. And I was working at Hardee and I was saving up my paychecks for studio time, video, dropped one video, and took off, and then I got a call to come to Atlanta. And I told them, like, give me this day off. They gave me that day off, and I ain't never come back.
Did you ever end up collecting that check, that last check?
Yeah, I gave it to my brother.
Now, because you've worked at 2 fast food places, at this day and age, are you sick of either of their food?
Nah. Steak, Hardee's. I still eat their food, but not no more. I used to. They had got some little beef patties that I ain't like. I ate it. That shit got me sick.
Because I know sometimes when people work at a fast food place or a restaurant, they work there so long, they're sick of it, they never want to see it again, and then some people still indulge in it even though they worked there at one point.
Nah, I was one of the young people that ate it, but I had to stop going there because they got something like, they used to have like charbroiled meat patties, but then they got something else.
And you had like stomach aches and stuff like that.
Yeah, not no more.
Now, I know you're young, right? Care to share what age you are at this point?
17.
Okay, 17. But let's say you come across a certain type of money at some point in the future. Now, with Steak and Shake or Hardee's, I don't know if these are corporate type of places or people can franchise, but if you had the ability to franchise, if you had the ability to own a Steak and Shake or Hardee's yourself, would you ever consider that or no?
No.
Not for you?
No, it's not for me.
With either of those jobs, what do you think the toughest thing was?
The toughest thing was communicating with people. Communicate with people, antisocial.
Do you think that helped with your communication skills? Being that you had to do the drive-through, did that help? Or did that hurt? People cussing you out and stuff like that?
Cause I had to say, how y'all doing? I don't like asking people how they doing.
Now, what would cause them to cuss you out? Because that sounds so innocent. That sounds so nice, so polite.
Oh, I ain't never say how you doing though. I was just saying Hardee's. You supposed to say how you doing, welcome to Hardee's. But I appreciate it. Say Hardee's.
And people would cuss you out just because you greeted them like that?
Yeah, I end up cussing their ass back out and get in trouble.
Sometimes you hear of news stories where customers will fight an employee, try to fight an employee, maybe throw things through the drive-through window at an employee. Have any of those type of elements happen to you?
Nah, I would've caught their ass. I would've caught them.
Now, when you see a news story like that, right, because you have worked at a fast food place at one time, what do you make of a story like that? So-and-so gets into it with an employee, customer fights employee. When you see those type of headlines, what do you think? So-and-so throws their drink at the, through the fast food. I mean, what do you think?
Oh no, to be honest. How? Yeah, I'm talking about like the little throwing drink, but coming in and fight, I feel like just do it. Just fight their ass back. Cause I know the people be working, they be losing. They be losing their fights.
Now, okay, I know you don't care about people's, no, let me ask you this. There was a time when you did care about people's opinions, right? You mentioned that.
Yeah.
I know sometimes when people care about another person's opinion of them, sometimes they go through health issues. Sometimes it's a certain level of stress. Sometimes it's anxiety, depression. Worst case, suicidal thoughts. Did you ever face any of these obstacles when you did care about another person's opinion of you?
Nah, cause when I did care about other people, I wasn't putting myself in a position to where people can judge me. Like I wasn't all out trying to be seen or trying to do this to get people reaction. It was always good energy. So
Now, I know how you feel about people's opinions of you personally, but what about your music? Do you care what people think? Not about you, but your music.
Nah.
You don't care either.
Nah, everybody ain't gonna like your music.